And welcome everyone. What a fantastic result that was, Dave. Come on.
Go on, yeah, boy, yeah. Oh,
Absolutely buzzing, mate. And I'm pretty sure you are as well. Huge 3 points, everyone.
oh.
Season's very long, but I'm made up. We beat them. The famous words, made up. But yeah, mate, what are your thoughts on the game? Uh,
Where do I start?
yeah,
We've been the big build up, the big weeks build up to the game, talking about tactics, talking about starting 11s, this, that. Was Ederson starting? Was Henderson starting? Was Salah starting? All this type of thing. I actually predicted starting 11 on Friday.
yeah,
Exactly the same thing. I mean, I knew Lovren would get in there with VVD, and I knew he'd keep the three if Henderson was fit, because that's what he likes in the big games. It's as simple as that.
yeah.
Front three, so I just knew that'd be the starting 11, which it was. I predicted we'd win 2-1 with Mane and Salah scoring. We won 3-1 with Mane and Salah scoring, but I was on a Liverpool versus everybody the other night. Aaron, the great guy we did a podcast with another few lads, and I just thought this game was a must-win. The stars were aligning for this game. It was weird. Sean Cox, of course, was at the game.
Yeah,
Just made it that bit extra special. And I just thought there was no way we were losing this game. It was never going to happen.
Yeah, no, it was great to see Sean and his family there, and
Yeah.
obviously on behalf of the Reds family anyway, all the best to Sean and his continued recovery. Looked like he had a good time really with his family and that. But yeah, mate, we'll go through a couple of things I wrote down. If you want, you can welcome to add whatever, mate. Just then go through everyone with a little talk about obviously the handball debate and the decisions throughout that game. We won't go too much into it, but a little bit on that. Has Pep lost the plot? Question mark. We can talk a bit about his antics really as well. And who at the back end of the show, everyone, who is Liverpool's real rival this season in terms of obviously Manchester City, but it could be talk about Leicester or a possible Chelsea coming into the fray in terms of in the end of May. Mate, but the penalty debate, mates. I've got a couple of mates. I'm pretty sure you have. You spoke to a lot of people as well that are on the different side of the fence. I'm of the thinking of the referee got it, trying to be not biased, but in terms of a neutral point of view, if it could, I wouldn't have give that a penalty, and I'm pretty sure the referee made the right decision. But I feel it come off the hand of Bernardo Silva and deflected towards Trent's hand. Mate, what do you think on the decision?
There was a lot involved. It wasn't just one movement. The ball came across, it hit Silva's hand, which you have to say, he'd nothing. I don't think he could do anything about it because his hand was behind him at the time. It hit Trent's his leg and bounced onto his hand. But the thing about it is, Jack, and you have to look at it this way: if that doesn't hit his hand, it's going to Sterling on the back post. I mean, he's going to score. He's on his own on the back post. I've seen it a million times. I've seen them given. This is from a neutral point of view. Obviously, you can't, obviously Liverpool, but it didn't happen in the end. But this is the whole thing about VAR. I mean, they should be looking at that and saying, right, it hit Silva's hand. Then it hit his leg, hit Trent's hand. And then if Trent doesn't hit it, it goes to Sterling on the back post and he probably scores. Well, he's going to have a really good chance because he's on his own on the back post. But the only thing I think why they didn't give it was two facts. One, it hit Silva's hand, and it's a bit saying, well, it hit his hand. And the second one was it bounced up off his leg. It wasn't as if it hit his hand. You know what I mean?
If it went straight towards him, I think
it might have. Straight to his hand, I think it might have been given.
Yeah. Absolutely spot on, mate. Everyone, let us know your thoughts in the comment section below. Everyone, I think it'll be a big debate. It will be, but we're happy we got through 3 points anyway. But we know that dreaded VAR anyway. We're not going to talk about that. We're not going to waste the time on that today. Really, mate. But in terms of it was a great ball by Andy Robinson, mate, for the second goal. Obviously, Trent made the initial crossfield ball. But what a fantastic delivery that was by Robbo down the left-hand side.
The 3 goals, for God's sake.
Yeah, all of them.
Fabulous Fabinho strike. And, I mean, that was a pivotal time. That was the time to score because, to be honest, City started better than us.
Yeah,
They were in her face. They got I think they got 2 corners in the space of 2 minutes. Yeah. They started the game like the way Liverpool usually start. And I think that Liverpool sort of stood back and went, well, we're a little bit shell-shocked for the first few minutes. Yeah. Then they had that penalty appeal. And then we went up the other end and scored. And I think that was so important to get the goal. Because to be honest, we didn't start well, Jack. And that was a goal. I think yesterday's game, especially the first 2 quick goals, sort of killed City. They had a lot of chances. I looked back on the highlights today. They had 4 or 5 really good chances, City. Obviously, the third goal probably killed it early in the second half. They were looking to get the goal, and they would have been back in it at 2-1, but the third goal sort of killed it for them. But realistically, they had chances. We had other chances as well. It was a really top-notch A-level Premier League game. 2 of the top teams in Europe, probably the world.
Absolutely spot on, mate. I think.
I mean, I have to say it as it is. I mean, City played very well. They were a little bit unlucky. I mean, I don't like City as much as you or as anybody else, but I'm telling you the way it is on the pitch.
Yeah.
They were a little unlucky, but I'll take unlucky any day against those boys.
I think if I was a City fan, I'd be very, very, very disappointed in terms of Sergio Aguero's performance. There was a couple of moments, as I just mentioned there, mate. The ball flashed across the box and he literally had to put a toe onto it, really, and it was poor. Kevin De Bruyne probably one of their shining lights, really. A couple of great deliveries into the ball. They started off absolutely spot on with they constantly at us. I think that's what Jurgen, in terms of the backroom staff, it would have discussed all week, would have expected Pep Guardiola to come at us. And I think that very much suited us, mate. Like, if you think about it, when Liverpool play their best football, it's not necessarily in terms of an attacking sense. It's very much counter-attacking.
Oh, yeah. All our goals were counter-attacking.
Yeah. It's the best way to be, really, mate.
And you look at them, okay, I'm saying they were unlucky. They were unlucky in some sense. But realistically, we rode our luck. Sometimes you need a bit of luck. We grew into the game, especially when you get the second early goal. Salah, I was happy for Salah. I thought Salah played particularly well. It was one of his better games for Liverpool. Fabinho was fabulous again. This guy just has grown in stature every bloody game. The fabulous Fabinho. What a strike. Mane got a customary goal that he seemed to get in the game. Lovely header. Bravo made a complete bollocks of it. But, you have to think of it as well. I mean, they Bravo and goal. Ederson might have did better with the goals. Then they were missing Laporte badly. They were missing Silva as well. They're missing Sané. We got them at the right time as well, Jack,
I love the City fans making excuses for not having cover for their multi-million-pound defence. They had Mendy in the stands, Cancelo 50 million on the bench, Otamendi 35, 40 million plus on the bench. And Zinchenko, obviously the young Ukrainian lad, he was in the stands. So I'm not buying Manchester City yet. They've been hit with injuries and that.
We're not feeling sorry for them.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
No, sorry. Crep Guardiola
absolutely love it.
Pulled all his hair and left. He was going crazy on the sideline. Did you see the video of him?
Yeah.
There was a video, a funny part, Twitter video.
Yeah,
very funny.
I've seen on Twitter, and I think all of you have seen. I'll try and link it to you later, mate. I've seen a tweet. Was it Pleasure Room's remix of obviously in Pop World or something.
Yeah, I've seen it. Yeah. That's something like I would do. I might do another one of them. But I mean, other side of the game, right? It more or less went the way we would want it to go. Yeah. I mean, we got 2 quick goals. The early goal, second half, killed the game really. I mean, I don't care. I mean, City, you have to think about it. They won domestic treble. They haven't done anything in Europe, but it was always going to be a tough game. I just thought it was so important to get 3 points against your nearest rival. Yeah. It knocks them back. Psychologically, it was huge. As I said, stars aligned with us with Cox, Sean Cox there and things like that. But just the game, I've seen the pictures outside Anfield before the game. They looked like the Barcelona with the bus coming in with all the smoke and everything. It was that night atmosphere. It was dark. It was getting dark. Yeah, under the lights at Anfield, it's just it seems to be a different place, Anfield, when the lights are on, the floodlights. So it's perfect. It was absolutely perfect.
Nothing like it, mate. I I'm just going to put a little picture there. It's my dad's mate, Hayes and his son anyway. Great picture. Obviously, the smoke in the background anyway. But, mate, yeah, absolutely spot on. It's mentioned psychologically there, mate.
Yeah.
Absolutely. That's we've seen Pep Guardiola use his mind games throughout the build-up of the game. You didn't need to be a sports psychologist to actually just watch him last night, really. We can talk about him, his toys coming out of the pram. Yet decisions might have not gone his way in terms of his team. But we've seen Guardiola in the Manchester City documentary. He is very scared of this Liverpool team. And I think last night's antics, he's from what I've read, he's escaped FA punishment as well anyway. So he won't be getting a little slap on the wrist. But he lost his plot there, didn't he?
Oh, it was beautiful. It was beautiful. I just think the points were so important, as I said, psychologically as well, because, I mean, look at City, they've a really bad record in Anfield. I mean, he's a terrible record. They've only won once, something like 18 games. 2003, Nicholas Anelka. Aguero hasn't even scored in Anfield the last 10 games. I mean, when you look at that and you're going, what were we even worried about? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like before the game, people were nervous, of course, because what happened last year, we didn't beat them last year. It was so important to beat them this year. But as you say, Jack, Leicester City and Chelsea are sneaking in there. You know what I mean? City are back and forth, for God's sake.
Yeah, seeing that, mate. I'm surprised.
Everybody's talking about City, but I mean, to be honest, I don't expect Leicester and Chelsea to keep up the fight, but you just don't know. You never know.
We've seen it as like when we all of us watch Leicester win the league title. Anyway, it's great to see Leicester. Brendan Rodgers, great manager. He's got a good squad there at Leicester City. If they can steer clear of a couple of injuries like Liverpool, I think they'll be if they get Champions League football. But anything over if they get even third place, I'll tell you what, that's a great achievement for them, mate. But I think you can't. We'll find out come obviously after January in terms of the whole fixture congestion. Really, I think it'll level itself out. Usually, I think it might be between obviously Liverpool and City might pull away, or I think we'll find out around that time who is really in contention for the top spot in the Premier League, mate. But where do you reckon could you see in a world Leicester or Chelsea really challenging for Liverpool this season, mate, or with City?
I don't think so. I think it's Liverpool, City are probably a notch above the rest. Yeah. I definitely see Chelsea and Leicester having I definitely think Chelsea will finish in the top four. I think it's a fight between everybody else, the likes of Arsenal, who are absolutely arse. I don't know what to expect from Arsenal any day of the week. Leicester must be thinking we've a really good chance here to finish in the top four. I mean, United, you could think might go on a run. You just don't know with them. You could buy one or two players in January.
Yeah.
I still think they could give a late run for top four. I mean, we're only in November, Jack. We're only in November.
Yeah.
We haven't won the league yet. Let's not be fooled here. We haven't won it in 30 bloody years. I don't need to be reminded. Almost your age.
Every single one of us, yeah. I think,
almost your age. But let's take it game by game. We've a huge up to Christmas and after Christmas coming up. But I was just looking at City's fixtures the other day. They have some tough games coming up.
Dave, that's why I think it was so important for us to win.
Wow, that's what I meant. Yeah, huge.
Yeah, I think you've got obviously. I think Tottenham. Yeah, they quickly pulled them up now, mate.
Well, they play Chelsea when they come back from the international break.
Yeah.
We've a tough one. Palace away won't be easy either.
That'll be a very difficult in terms of the fixtures, mate. Yeah, it's got City's fixtures. They've got Chelsea on the 21st of November.
Yeah.
And I think they go toward away in the Champions League, Shakhtar Donetsk, and then they go away to Newcastle away on the 30th. That'll be a very difficult game for them as well. Oh, and then it's a back-to-back away trips to Newcastle and Burnley.
Yeah.
So
I'd say when that fixtures list came out, or what's his name, Pep was.
Yeah. But yeah, quickly touching on that, mate. Off the back of Burnley, they have got to play Manchester United at home. And Ollie and the lads won't be getting rolled over. Probably will, but they won't be getting beat there. But and then you go away in the Premier League off the back of Manchester United. They are playing Arsenal away. Sorry,
that's what I mean. It's not easy.
Yeah.
It's not easy. Arsenal could have a new manager by then.
Yeah, you know? And then you got Leicester at home as well.
Whoa.
And then Wolves away.
Have a quick look at their fixtures. Have a quick look at their fixtures. Can you pop our Liverpool?
Yeah, get ours up, mate. Yeah.
Palace away when we come back from the international break, which won't be easy, but I think we've a 2 or 3 game run where it's not super hard.
Yeah, let's get there. We got Crystal Palace, obviously. So we played King City. We've got Palace away, and then we got on the 23rd, Napoli away at home. Sorry, in the Champions League. Big game. Well, all of them are anyway. Really.
Well, that Napoli game, Jack. If we beat Napoli at home, we win the group. We don't even have to play our under 23s against Salzburg. But I think that's what he'd be thinking to do, because of the fixture pile up. It'd be good to be able to rest players in that Salzburg game, because that'd be a tough game away and not having anything on it. Already have won the group. Then you've got. He looks like he's going to play the 23s against Villa. I think he's more or less forgotten that. It seems to be, because we'll be in the World Club Cup or Club World Cup, whatever you want to call it, in Qatar. So these games, you could be knocking 2 or 3 games off. You know.
Let's read through a couple of more of the fixtures as well. So we got Crystal Palace away, Napoli Champions League at home, Brighton at home, and then we've got the derby after Brighton as well. Both home fixtures. Another one, taking on one of them. And then we got Bournemouth away. Bournemouth away, and then obviously RB Leipzig. Red Bull, away. And then we got Watford at home. So
that's what I'm saying. It's not as bad as City's.
Yeah.
I think if we can navigate through that with getting the win against Napoli as well, I think it's very important. We win the group, pressure's off. We're into the last 16 as winners of the group, which is what you want. Salzburg game has gone out the window. All the other games, like the Watford, they're all winnable. Well, every game is winnable. Liverpool, to be honest with you, but you want it as easy as possible. And you're looking over your shoulder at City. But I mean, look at Leicester as well. Leicester play City there as well, and they play Chelsea, play City. So you have a nice little. So
as long as we keep on doing our job, but it's nice that we've picked up those 3 points.
Yeah,
because
it gives us a bit of a leeway.
Yeah,
you know.
But yeah, mate, an absolutely quality episode, mate. Thank you very much for coming on.
I'll tell you what, we'll do something maybe at the weekend because of the international break. We maybe mix it up with something.
Yeah,
chat, or maybe even try to get someone else in. Maybe have a little threesome.
Spice it up a bit.
An LFC threesome.
Spice it up a bit. But yeah, mate, everyone. Obviously, we'll try and get the videos out weekly as well. Obviously, with international breaks, we'll be pumping a lot more out. Go and head over to Dave's channel, Dave LFC Chats. Anyway, if you haven't checked it out, go and check out and subscribe to him. Fantastic content over there, mate. But it's international break. We got 2 weeks of international football. So
I absolutely hate international breaks.
Yeah.
Even though Ireland play New Zealand in a friendly. New Zealand. They'll be doing the haka in Ireland. They're called the All Whites. They're not called the All Blacks. They're called the All. It's ridiculous. And then we have a big game against Denmark, I think it is. At home, I think we beat Denmark. We could qualify. So
I was going to say, whereabouts are you in qualification?
We have a great chance. Yeah, we have a great chance if we beat Denmark at home.
Yeah.
I'm not as interested in it as I used to be. Liverpool has taken over, to be honest, the last few years. Ireland used to be good a few years ago. I'd like them to qualify, of course, but I think England have already more or less.
Yeah. And just a quick one, everyone. Obviously, if you're watching, you're probably going to ask about Ryan Fraser.
Yeah,
I've looked into that. Don't look towards that. It's fake news, really, everyone. But
Fakir news.
Yeah, everyone, have a quality rest of your day. Dave, thank you for coming on, mate. Absolutely, really appreciate it. Have a quality rest of your day, everyone.
Take care.
And have a walk alone. Yeah.
Cheers.